Today I'm here to speak to you about the school-to-prison pipeline with respect to the lack of education of women who are incarcerated. Let me take a moment to explain what the school-to-prison pipeline is. Advocates, educators, researchers have coined the term school-to-prison pipeline, they call it STPP for short, and use it to refer to the conduit in which students are pushed out of our schools and into our prisons. Now, in other words, it is a process that's carried out by disciplinary policies within our schools that puts our youth in connection with law enforcement. You may be asking yourself, well, how so? The answer is zero tolerance policies. Having such a policy means that a school has zero tolerance for any kind of misbehavior or violation of school rules. No matter how minor or unintentional the incident may be, the common practice and policy is suspension or expulsion. These automatic punishments do not look at the end result, and studies have shown they are the vast contributors to the pipeline. Now, first and foremost, before I dive any further into this, I want to make certain that everyone understands this is a national issue. Children all over the country are channeled out of public schools over discipline issues and into the juvenile justice system. Many of these children have learning disabilities, come from impoverished families, and have a history of abuse or neglect. When students are pushed out of our schools through harsh disciplinary policies, their education is interrupted. Research shows that the application of zero tolerance policies has led to a significant increase in suspensions and expulsions. Education scholar Henry Giroux found that over a 4-year period, suspensions increased by 51% and expulsions by nearly 32 times after a zero tolerance policy was implemented in Chicago schools. Now that's a jump from 21 expulsions during 1994 to 1995 to 668 in 1997 through 1998. As a whole, between 1993 and 1998, students being expelled increased by more than 300% in the city schools. And understand that once suspended or expelled, the data demonstrates that students are less likely to complete high school and twice as likely to be arrested. Furthermore, it should also be noted that students who do not complete high school are also more likely to be incarcerated. Now, every nationality, every race, every gender, every ethnicity are being affected. However, I'd like to take the opportunity to focus on the long-term effects of the female population. Our female jail and prison population is rapidly increasing, in part due to the school-to-prison pipeline. A 2007 Bureau of Justice survey revealed that 38% of women in prison had no high school education upon admission. These women who are incarcerated have such low levels of education, yet all the while have the most parenting responsibilities. The ripple effect is the children of the women who are behind bars. One study by the U.S. Health and Human Services revealed that the average age of a child with an imprisoned mother is just 8 years old. There are lots of factors when it comes to how this affects these children, and I'm not going to get into that today. My point is just to show the long-term properties of the school-to-prison pipeline. Now, on a positive note, studies show that programs and counseling in women's prison cultivates the desire to want to participate in an educational program, which can make all the difference in improving their lives upon release. Though research on prison education is still lacking, studies reveal the relationship between reoffending and educational attainment generally point to reduced reentry. Now, with that number being about 40%, and that number tends to be even greater for women, education helps to prepare for transition back into their communities and the workforce upon release. Employment is a major step in preventing an inmate from returning to criminal behavior. In conclusion, there are many factors that play into why women are incarcerated. The school-to-prison pipeline is the strong aspect. Results have shown that less education tends to lead to more criminal offenses, ranging from property crime to casual theft and drug-related offenses. There's no doubt a positive impact for keeping children in school. Moreover, the women who get caught in the crosshairs should have readily available programs in our prisons to support educating them. Leaving prison with a high school education or even experiencing a college class can help find employment, avoid recidivism, and make it on the outside. In turn, this helps them better their future as well as the future of their children. Thank you.